Hey, Facebook. How's it going?
Don't sound so depressed, Nate.
I'm not
Gosh.
I'm not depressed. It's when you come off the high of talking about weather nerd stuff. It's just, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hey, Facebook. We're all live here. The CBS 42 Storm team is with you. If you just saw our cut-in at the top of the, well, I guess it was like 112. We had a little business to take care of. You can't really cut in when you've got advertisers spending some money, so we had to wait a little bit. But anyway, so we are doing this Facebook Live once again, talking about the severe weather situation, and really, for us, it's looking pretty good as far as not a whole lot of severe weather. Basically, if you're in Hamilton, in northern Lamar County, starting to see showers and not a whole. You can't even say thunderstorms now. You're just saying showers because we don't have any thunder. No lightning with any of these. Oh, the lights just went out in Hamilton. That was kind of cool. That was weird. You guys see that?
No.
Yeah, we had I guess, I don't know if that was our light, but that was right there. You see a little flicker? That was a light up in Hamilton that was kind of illuminating the sky for us and showing us some heavy rain. And
there it goes.
It basically is gone.
The power's out.
The power might be out. So
maybe the wind's blowing.
So the wind's blowing a little bit, you see, but there's no lightning or anything. All the lightning and the heavy storms are off in the Tennessee Valley, north of Huntsville into Tennessee. We are seeing some storms in Mississippi. This is southwest of Columbus, kind of near Columbus and Starkville. That is a storm that we've kept our eyes on. But as far as it goes in our area, we are just rainy as we speak. So this is the severe thunderstorm, or I'm sorry, this is the tornado watch that goes until 6 a.m. for Marion, Winston, Lamar, Fayette, Walker, Cullman, and Blount counties. And there was a little indication that we might see that extended, but right now that does not seem to be the case. So, like I said, we've got the whole cast, the whole crew is here. Sarah Canty, Dr. Tim Coleman, Taylor Plott. I almost called you Tyler, I'm sorry. Taylor Plott is here with us. I just met him, so I literally just met him 2 hours ago.
I give you a pass.
He gives me a pass. I appreciate it. Guys at the Storm Team Weather Center, what's up? How are you guys doing? How is it looking out there as far as the scientific weather nerd mumbo jumbo going?
Well,
how nerdy do you want us to get?
Yeah.
I mean, we're on Facebook Live. You can get as nerdy as you want.
All right, well, I'll start because I'll keep it not as nerdy.
Okay, Sarah, what are you implying about me exactly on that?
We're all nerds. We're all nerds. It's okay.
You can tell the situation's dying down because this has turned very loose.
But that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay because this is reality of the situation that we are sandwiched in between severe thunderstorm warnings.
She's not nerdy.
The good news is we are not seeing that here. So, hey, it's the reality of the situation and it's not a bad place to be in, especially if you're in Marion County where we're seeing a break. So just looking at radar and just seeing kind of what's going on around us, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings up to our north and west. And we actually do have a tornado warning right now for Columbus, Mississippi.
I was just noticing on radar, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm looking over here now.
Oh, geez.
That thing has really spun up in just the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
East of Starkville, between Starkville and Columbus. What is that road that runs from Columbus over to Starkville? Is that?
It's not 82, is it?
Is it still 82?
Yeah,
it's pretty much running right along 82. And if that thing continues on the track it's on, it will actually make it into Alabama in the next, probably by 2 o'clock.
Tornado warning.
Whoa, I didn't know that phone app did that. All right.
Right here. So this is
right here live on
tracking.
TV.
Yeah.
That's the American Red Cross weather app.
If it starts moving, it'll track towards Millport.
Yeah. Southern Lamar County. Yeah.
Northern Pickens.
That's the one storm that it seems like has been a problem. It'll ramp up. We'll get a tornado warning for it. Then it'll ramp back down. And it'll ramp up and it'll ramp back down. As I said on TV, has some of that I think has been related to some atmospheric waves. This I don't see any. I think some of this is just random stuff out there. But I was just noticing this on radar when that tornado warning popped.
Yeah, absolutely no lightning with this either, and that's kind of what we. Of course.
Whoopsie.
Of course. But what we've seen with these storms, I mean, if we do the 3D scan, these are not tall rotating updrafts. These are very shallow storms. The cloud base is so low that it's almost kind of hard to see there. Yeah, we're not getting these huge lofty updrafts. That's why we're not seeing a real hail threat with this, but still seeing that rotation very close to the surface.
Although if you go back to velocity, go back to velocity real quick. If you go back to velocity, I mean, that's a pretty healthy little inflow there.
Yeah.
Right here.
Just north of Highway 82.
Yeah, I mean that's the inflow there. So we've got some air moving in to that storm at a pretty good clip. So that's more of your classic looking tornado signature on a velocity scan that you want to see with the inflow coming into the storm. So that that's concerning, obviously. And when you have a tornado warning that butts up against our counties along the Alabama-Mississippi state line, that's concerning as well. I can't remember the exact date, but I want to say this is the same kind of situation we've had before, where we've had these storms that a squall line has moved through. We had a line and kind of a storm break off and do its own thing and basically go right over Columbus and then into Pickens and Lamar County, kind of right along the border, the county line here. And so we've seen this before. Folks in Lamar and Pickens County are no stranger to tornadic storms at all. We've had several instances in the last couple of years where those rural spots out there have gotten damaged because of tornadoes. So this is something we're going to watch, of course, very, very closely here.
Hey, Nate.
Yes, go for it.
So the Weather Service in Birmingham is saying short-term concern with the cell that we're talking about here.
Yep.
There are two couplets areas of rotation, one with an apparent TDS, tornado debris signature.
Yeah. And that's going to be a little bit tough to see, I think, with our radar. But if we've got, I know we've got some more fancy and more high resolution stuff that we're looking at right now. So you tell me if we've got that TDS, and I'm sure if the Weather Service is seeing it. And the fact that so this is Interstate 45 north in Columbus, but not a whole lot going on there. Right now, that storm is still a little bit farther west, so they're going to see this probably in the next 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes or so. This is going to be a completely different look as that storm gets a lot closer. Yeah.
And Nate, there is an indication of possible tornado debris signature. This is something we look at in the dual polarization radar.
Yes.
Let's not even go into the math on that, but
Yeah.
basically it's something that, the dual polarization radar looks out there at horizontal and vertical. Raindrops are horizontal, hailstones are vertical. That's what it was kind of designed to look at, but what we find is that if there's tornado debris being thrown up into the radar signature, you see a lot of horizontal and vertical.
Yes,
and
exactly.
so you get this uncorrelated situation, and that is indicated, and boy, that is just west of Columbus. I mean,
Yeah.
And the Weather Service in Jackson has now gone with a observed tornado on this one.
So observed.
Yes.
Okay. So this is not just radar indicated. This is an observed tornado just west of Columbus, basically right near Highway 82. So this is a pretty serious situation. And Columbus, obviously, a fairly populated area too. So this storm basically going to pass right over a pretty highly populated, concentrated area. And really, once this storm gets to Columbus, the National Weather Service in Birmingham is going to have to make a decision whether they extend that warning into Pickens and Lamar County. We're not going to do their job for them and say whether that's going to happen or not. But if this storm holds together and it has ramped up here in the last 20 minutes or so, then that's definitely what's going to happen. You kind of look back toward our north and east, and you see, folks in Hamilton, you're done with the severe weather threat. That's it for you. You're good. You're going to see some rain for the rest of the morning, but as far as Hamilton goes, you are good as far as any sort of storm threat goes at all. Northern Lamar County, you too. You're past that line. You're fine as well. Once this line moves through, and it moves through pretty quickly, the severe threat is over. And really, the rest of Tuesday, the balance of Tuesday is going to be pretty nice. Sunny, temperatures in the 70s, so not a bad day at all. We just have to get through, hopefully, not a very eventful morning. Let's hope that this storm kind of calms down and gets its act together and kind of relaxes a bit. So the Futurecast shows the timing of it pretty closely, and this is the HRRR.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the high resolution rapid refresh model, which basically updates every hour and gives us the very latest information. The storms are basically in East Alabama in a very weakened state by 7:15. So the morning commute in Birmingham, while it probably will be a little bit slick and maybe you'll see some light showers, things won't be so bad. And I think by 8 o'clock, we're done. 8, 9 o'clock, we're done. So most of the day, once we get past all that rain that we have around early this morning and the final little last gasp of the actual front, everything moves out, we're fine. So the balance, like we said, the balance of Tuesday should be good. But of course, we're going to watch that. Anything new that you guys have seen here? We're going to wrap up this Facebook Live.
I haven't seen any reports. The only thing out of that tornado warning was the fact that the Weather Service in Jackson has gone with the radar confirmed tornado.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So,
And Nate, just looking at quickly at the meso analysis, I mean that storm is you know the area it's in has a cape of about 1,000, and the cape in Pickens County is 1,000. So
yeah,
you know it instability wise, it'll probably hang on.
Yeah. So CAPE, when he talks about CAPE, that's convective available potential energy. That basically shows us how much energy in the atmosphere is available for these storms to feed off of. And 1,000 isn't, you know, a humongous number, but it's enough. It's enough to keep these storms going. And the other thing that we were talking about, you need the CAPE, you need the instability, you need the wind shear for these storms to rotate and produce tornadoes. We have the instability. It's whether or not we've got that wind shear, we've got that rotation in the atmosphere. We've had it at some points this morning. We talked about a little bit earlier that it looked like that wind shear had started to wane just a little bit, but I'm guessing it's enough.
Well, you know, a little bit earlier, the wind shear coming off of the radar wind profile over in Columbus, Mississippi, the helicity was still pretty high, or the wind shear was still pretty high. I'm still seeing wind shear values around 275, very close to this storm, and that continues over into Pickens County. So again, the environment with the wind shear and the instability is very similar in Pickens County that it is in eastern Mississippi. So, you know, these storms ebb and flow, and if this one holds together, it has an environment to work with that it could produce a tornado in Pickens County or southern Lamar County.
Yep, and that would be the trajectory the storm would take. So there's the Pickens-Lamar County line right there, and if this storm continues on that path, that's where we're looking right now. So, all right, guys, we're gonna.
Lightning has picked up.
Yeah, the lightning has picked up. That was another thing. We were talking about the lack of lightning, but just in the last 10 minutes, it really has picked up. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off with you for this Facebook Live. Haley, do we have any questions or anything? I didn't think so, or else you'd let us know. But I know a lot of folks are wondering what the storms are going to do. That's why we just want everyone to be prepared for tonight. We can't tell you what's going to happen in your hometown. We just don't know. We can't pinpoint and say you're going to get a tornado or you're not, or you're going to get high winds or you're going to get heavy rain. We just don't know. We can give you an overview. We can tell you when the storms are about to pass your home, but we can't tell you exactly what's going to happen because the atmosphere and weather is a tricky thing. So what we can do is tell you to be prepared for the worst, hope for the best, and hopefully things will turn out just fine for you in your home tonight, and hopefully you're all staying safe. But have plenty of different ways to get weather information throughout the rest of this morning. And by 7 to 8 o'clock, everything should be good to go. So we'll sign off on this Facebook Live. We'll see you again at the top of the hour with another cut-in on CBS 42, and we'll have the CBS 42 Morning News. That'll go on as scheduled, as long as we're not covering severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. Hopefully we're not at 4:30. So we'll see you then, guys.